Welcome to the Booking Brief Vacation Rentals Management Podcast.
Cut through the noise, get straight to the truth. The Booking Brief Podcast, clarity that books.
Today we're wrestling with a real paradox for vacation rental managers, the hidden trap of OTA success. We're talking about Airbnb, Vrbo, Booking.com.
The big ones.
Exactly. They get you the bookings, they keep you occupied, but the cost, it's often the biggest thing holding back your actual profit.
It really is. It's the defining, I'd say, structural tension in the business. You need them for eyeballs, for visibility.
Right.
But the fees they charge can, just eat your entire margin alive.
Yeah.
So our mission today is to break down the cold math behind that and then talk about the ways to escape.
Okay, let's get right into the numbers because this is where the trap really snaps shut. Our source data shows OTA commissions are, they're just brutal.
They are. We're talking anywhere from 15 to 25% of the total booking value.
And that slams right up against the reality of the industry where net profit margins are, only 10 to 20% on average?
Exactly. So the numbers just don't work. Let's use a real example. Say you have a $600 booking.
Okay.
And you're running a healthy business, say a 20% profit margin. That's $120 in your pocket.
Right. $120.
Now you subtract a pretty common 18% OTA commission. That's $108.
Gone. Just like that, leaving you with $12.
$12.
That's horrifying math. The distribution cost is eating more than half the profit. So, okay, if the math is so bad, why not just quit, pull your listings, and go 100% direct?
Yeah, it's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If you abandon them, you abandon the number one way travelers discover new places.
So you're invisible.
Pretty much. So managers try to get around it, right? They raise their rates on the OTAs to cover the fee.
But that creates its own problem.
A huge one. You lose your competitive edge.
Yeah.
Travelers use these sites specifically to compare prices.
And what's wild is that the research shows almost 70% of travelers in the U.S. will still book on an OTA, even if the price is identical on your website.
Yeah, for convenience, for that feeling of security. So you're trapped. You raise your price, you lose bookings. You keep it the same, you lose all your profit.
Wow. Okay, so the answer isn't abandonment, it's balance.
It has to be.
And we know direct bookings are, 10 to 25% more profitable? So what does that balance actually look like? What are the pathways out?
The first pathway is, it's simple in theory. You have to diversify your demand. Let the OTAs be for discovery, but don't let them be your only source of traffic.
So build up direct channels, meta search, maybe local partnerships?
All of the above. You cannot let one platform hold all the power.
And a huge piece of that has to be strengthening your own brand, right? Your own website. You have to give people a reason to trust you directly.
Absolutely. If your direct booking experience is bad, you're just pushing people away.
I saw a figure on this that 52% of travelers have literally just abandoned a booking because the website experience was poor.
And where do they go? Right back to the OTA to book, and you pay that 20% commission.
So that brings us to retention.
That's the arithmetic of retention, and it's where you find the real leverage. When a guest books direct, you get their data. You own it.
And you can use that data to encourage them to come back.
Yes. The research is very clear on this, that direct host-guest interaction makes repeat bookings much, much more likely.
So let me see if I have this right. The first time a guest books through an OTA, you pay that big 15 to 25% fee as an acquisition cost.
Right, a one-time cost.
But if you can capture them, get their info, and bring them back for a second stay directly.
The second stay is almost pure commission-free profit. The margin just compounds. That's the whole game.
So it's about balancing the reach from the OTAs with brand ownership. The problem isn't a lack of demand.
No, the issue is the cost of capturing that demand.
That's the perfect way to frame it. Okay, so for you, the manager listening, here's the final thought to chew on. So what investment can you make today that will completely pay for itself on just the second booking from a single guest?
Cut through the noise, get straight to the truth. The Booking Brief Podcast, clarity that books.
Go find the Booking Brief Vacation Rentals Management Podcast and subscribe on YouTube.